Man, growing a business has so many changes, and you're constantly being asked to make those decisions. And today is one of the hardest ones. We're going to talk about when you have to decide between the old guard and the new guard. And it comes in tiny little micro decisions all day long, right? You've been building your business for a while now and it's successful and it's growing and you're bringing on new team. But in the time that is passing, you're getting more structure, you're getting more process, more procedures, more accountability, right? We know who's responsible for each thing and how it needs to get done every time. We're really evolving this business. And in that, we hire people into our new structures that are excited about the structures. And yet, those loyal, fabulous people, the old guard that got us here, they're not loving that change. They liked it when it was loosey goosey, not because they wanted it to be hard, but they like not having to be super accountable, super detailed. And they thrive in it. So they really were better in those situations because they could make the right decision, knowing your company or your mission or your clients well. They did great, but now they are having a hard time. And every time a new procedure or a rule comes down the line, they are fighting it tooth and nail. And you constantly feel like you're choosing between the old guard and the new guard. And it is hard, but it is one of the places that as a business owner, we get to decide how we want to handle it. There is something to the loyalty and the OG team that have been there from the beginning of days. But the truth of the truth of the matter is that things have changed and we do have to do it more specifically, more focused, more detailed because we are bigger. We're making a bigger impact. We're dealing with more clients, bigger projects, whatever our industry is. We've got more coming down the line. And that standardization, that business model that you so carefully decided on, is the one that is guiding your company's decisions and structures now. And we need team that can be okay with that it can be successful for sure, but also not fight it because it gets heavy and dragging. And that idea that you must be loyal to anyone that's been there is definitely something you want to think about. And you can do that in tenure bonuses. There's lots of ways to reward loyalty. But there is just also knowing that somebody doesn't like what you've built anymore. And I would say that the hardest part for a boss is sitting down with that loyal person and saying, look, I get that you don't like where we're going, but this is definitely where we're going. And it's going to get more structured, more specific, more focused. And I would love for you to come along on the ride, but you're going to have to make the decision. First, you as the boss, and then you as an employee. You're going to have to present it to them and say, look, this is what we need, and this is how we need it done. Is this going to work for you or not? So, as much as I say it's your decision point, that you need to be careful and have those considerations and that conversation with each employee that's been there for a while, you also need to give them the permission to say, this doesn't work for me, and potentially leave your business. The old guard liked working in that adaptable, hair on fire way. But what we know about scaling and growing businesses is they thrive when there is repeatable, standardized process that everybody understands what success looks like because it's well defined and documented. So if we're going to be bigger, impact more people, help more customers, we have to do it the same way every time. And everyone needs to be able to get to the notes or to the details that aren't getting captured by the old guard. So it might come to a point where you need to decide that it's okay if this person no longer is on your team. And then you have to give them the chance for a decision. Do they want to walk into the world of this new structure, or is it time for them to give notice? It's not easy. It's not fun. This is not the exciting decision point. But you need to understand if you have decided that your business is moving forward, then we absolutely have to create the decision on where that loyalty line is valued always. And we want to like them and we can still be friends with them afterwards. But is it serving them and your business to have them in your systemized procedure, really minutia documented standards if it's so hard and they're just miserable. It's okay if they're not there anymore. They're not going to let you down. And I will tell you, that's one of the things you need to let them know. Look, I want you to be happy, and you don't seem happy working here anymore. So what do we do about this? The decision point is there for you and for them. I know, heavy one today, but it's definitely a part of any scaling, growing business. As you evolve, the whole team does not come along with you. All right, boss on.